got soreness from the surgery. You know what that's like.
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, I do, Melissa. Lordy mercy, yeah.
She's just taking it easy, and she's being good and following her doctor's orders and stuff.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah, well, I just forgot to come check in and say hello, everybody.
Thanks, Johnny.
And check on Nicole. Yeah, she's doing great.
Yeah.
That's good. That's real good to know. And you tell her I love her.
Oh, we will. Absolutely.
Welcome to Between the Lines. It's our last show, August 27th in August, and we've got to talk about some things tonight, kind of a hodgepodge of different things that are going on. Next week, Congressman Fleischman will be in the studio to talk about the, really good stuff like midterms, where we're at, what we can look forward to, some other things. And then he will come back 2 weeks later and do another segment. So we're very appreciative of the Congressman. And welcome, Sabra. Thanks for letting me be on your show.
You're very welcome.
Everybody called me this week and said, are you going to have Chuck on or Sabra? Whose show is it, Sabra's or Chuck? I said, it's my show. But anyway, I'm fading quick. That's good. Sabra's got some stuff to talk. She has all these typed out notes and everything she wants to talk. You know me, guys. So anyway, we're going to talk tonight about a variety of things. Tomorrow night is the Oak Ridge Clinton game.
Roll Wildcats, roll.
Roll Wildcats, roll. I remember when I was working with the Rex back in, I guess, 98 or 99. May have been 2000. But anyway, I told Rex, if Clinton beats Oak Ridge, I'll walk to work from Oak Ridge on Monday. And, of course, Oak Ridge won by 60 points or 50 or something. But it's been a rivalry, and Clinton wins every 8 or 10 years. They get a good one, and they win. So that's a good thing. But anyway, they play tomorrow night. The game is in Oak Ridge.
It is, Blankenship.
What do you know about it?
Well, I didn't know that was as big of a rivalry as it has always been all those years until me and you got married and I moved to Oak Ridge, and it is a huge rivalry.
Huge.
I immediately became a Wildcat fan and hated the Dragons.
Well, we've had 3 kids go through school there.
Yes.
Step to, half, you know what I'm talking about. And Caleb went there after he finished St. Mary's and went over there. And, it's probably, we worked on Blankenship Field and
yes.
we all helped. And we got that taken care of, and we assisted in that. And
lovely field now. Looks great up there.
It's beautiful. It's just only 2 or 3 high schools have that quality of field. And we were glad we have a friend who played professional football, Neil O'Donnell, who really did a good job of looking after us and stuff. It's about time to replace it almost. 2 more years.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So look forward to the game tomorrow.
Yep. I will say this, though. Oak Ridge struggled.
Last
week.
Oh, yeah.
And who were they playing last week? Halls.
Halls.
So what makes you think that Clinton wouldn't be a
well, it's the first game of the year, getting out there, fans, all that stuff. So,
well, they got a new quarterback, I think. That kid that played for 3 years who did a great job. His father was really good in the booster. Sorry, I can't remember the name. Comes with age. But anyway, I think that'll be a good rivalry. I think Clinton will score some points, probably, maybe not, but
hope not.
That's funny. Oh gosh, we're big on the rivalries. So we got 2 city councils. We covered them pretty good last week. We got a few more things. We're going to have a show in a couple of weeks. We don't know exactly when, but we're going to deal with these block cameras. A lot of talk about them everywhere, and we're going to have a show and get it on there and see what we can do. And I was explaining to some of the guys that are running for office, it really doesn't matter what you think's right and wrong. It's what the public thinks. Should Clinton have invested $78,000 in flock cameras? I don't know. So we got in Oak Ridge. I haven't got their number yet. I'll get their number too. So apparently the public's concern has shifted from data centers to flock cameras at this point.
Well, most everybody's put in. I know for county commission we put in a 2-year moratorium for data centers. So a lot of the surrounding counties, cities have they've done either 1 year or 2 years. I mean,
And Clinton,
you got to learn about
nobody's
them.
going to build a data center in the middle of Clinton. It's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah,
them.
you got to learn about them, and you got to learn, you know, what's going on.
they're
You don't
valuable.
just say yes right off the bat. We understand
yeah.
what they do
And they're loud.
and why they're needed.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
no question.
we want technology, we want these things, and with that comes a price, but it needs to be
In rural
monitored.
areas. It's
Yeah.
loud, folks. If you've ever been around one, it gets pretty loud.
Yeah, so we need to learn what the good and the bad from data centers. So a 2-year moratorium would kind of, in Anderson County, kind of gives that pause to say, hey, we're going to look into this and see what restrictions, if any, we need to put on those.
Yeah, and there are different areas. And, you know, it's like everything. It's hot for a week or two or a month or two, and then
That's what I said last week. It's like there's some kind of website that everybody gets on, and all of a sudden everybody's over here to this, and then I'm not on that website. I don't know.
Yeah.
I get it on the back end, but I know Anderson County government, the mayor, the sheriff, and all of them on September 10th, 6 p.m., Clinton High School, the Little Theater, they're going to have a flock camera public forum. So
I'll be well attended.
yeah, people
I
can
think
go
there'll be
and
50, 60
address their
people.
concerns.
Yeah.
And it kind of, you know, gives county commission that, you know, information from the public to be able to say, our community does not want this.
There's no question that the flock cameras do some good. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, they catch people. We read it all the time. The question is, who's got the data? Where's it going? There's a lot of questions about Big Brother
Well,
here.
flock is talked about right now, but there are also
Oh, yeah.
other systems.
One they blocked Flock, and then they switched to some other company. that
Yeah,
does the
so
same thing.
there's other
Axiom, I think it was.
yes, so there's other systems that are probably worse than flock
Yeah.
in some ways.
Tell folks what exactly the concern is. We know Flock gets pictures of movies. Now they're saying only still pictures in some communities. Here's the problem. Let me say this first. Anytime you're collecting data, you know, does it end up in the Chinese hand? Where does it go? I mean, who's managing it? On the local level, you got issues. But still, Flock is not sending that stuff to the graveyard. They're using that stuff for predictability and other things. And people say, well, my phone does the same thing. But you choose to carry your phone around. You don't choose to have your picture made 4 times or whatever.
Well, I mean, when you go into most government buildings, you're being looked at. In my line of work, people are criminally trespassed from a lot of places. They have a system set up to where it's facial recognition.
Yep.
You can walk into a Walmart here and you're criminally trespassed and go down to Georgia and it's automatically going to pick your face up. I had that situation happen with the person that I have
On probation.
in my field. So there's all kinds of things out here that we don't know. The very minute we walk into a store, we're being monitored. They're watching us. They're seeing what
Well,
we're
we
doing.
talk
so.
about this all the time. I was ordering a St. Michael medal because I've worn one my whole life. I was getting a new one, and I have had 40 St. Michael ads in the last day.
Yes.
I mean, it's just amazing how it works. And they know what you're going to do. And
Me and my
predictable.
friend Denise were just talking about that. I was talking about something, and it showed up on my phone, and I was like, that's really weird.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, I choose to carry it around. I choose to talk, and unless I want to put this thing in a lockbox and...
Well, anyway, we'll have a show on it. We'll talk about some of the other things. We'll probably incorporate some data center stuff in there and some transmitting stuff. But
Yeah, so
Flock's-
Anderson
Flock's a
County,
real-
if you're interested in attending that flock camera forum,
at Clinton High School.
it'll be at Clinton High School, September 10th, 6 p.m., the Little Theater. And
Is that on the same side as the gym? I don't really know where that is.
again, roll Wildcats roll. I don't know.
Yeah, that's great.
I don't go to Clinton, so I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you anything about it. But, you know, that's just something that's coming up that the public needs to be aware of, and they need to get out there and express your thoughts on it and listen to the sides of law enforcement and things like that. It's like I said last week on the show, if we're worried about law enforcement officers doing harm with it or whatever, there's mechanisms that those departments could put into place
I think a report would be nice every quarter.
to set those kind of things up if that's what's going on.
I think most people that I know who are really anti-flock, who are experts at it. I think their concern is where does the data go that's not police related? I mean, they've
Yeah.
got stuff on there to capture data. And I told somebody the other day, I said, I know they're using that data. And they said, how do you know? And I told them, because that's what I do.
Well, I mean, I was looking today at a website, and the ATF got hacked by Russians.
There it is. That's what bothers, the Chinese bother me.
So, I mean, we're getting hacked constantly.
Good point.
People are getting ransomed constantly. You may be lucky enough to get your stuff back and not have to pay that ransom, but it's happening constantly.
What do they get see, the question is, what all are they capturing? I understand the picture part of it, but what else is in that setup that, they're getting that could be hacked by somebody? That's the question. And we hear all the stories about, the police in other counties, other areas, some deputies tracking his girlfriend or using it improperly. You're always going to have that kind of stuff, but that's problematic too. I mean, there's issues on stuff like that.
And I believe that, I see some good things that Flock does on that end in my world, but I also see where the concerns are, and Flock should not be your main source of an arrest. Like if you're making that, you should have other things leading up to that. Now, if they steal a car or they've murdered somebody and they're on the run and you're following them from here to a Flock camera in Virginia, you need to have other things. You need to know that person actually murdered that person.
And there's a case,
that you found the weapon.
There's a case where a woman was arrested.
Yes.
And there's been some, AI's made some
She
mistakes.
spent 6 months in jail.
And it
because
wasn't
they
her.
thought that it was facial recognition, thought it was her, and it was not. She was actually in Tennessee when it happened. So,
Wow.
yeah. So she spent 6 months in jail trying to defend herself. So that's the things that I can see from it. We shouldn't be using it for facial recognition purposes at all, because it's just not going to work. It's not the way it's going to work. So, but I'm sure you'll hear from law enforcement. I know a lot of law enforcement agencies are already doing away with it.
Yeah.
They don't want the headache. They don't want the public scrutiny of it. So they're actually going away from the Flock cameras.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I think they all should be looked into. Let's not just say one brand. I mean,
that's the mistake.
This is a brand. We're talking about a brand when there's multiple systems out
it's
here.
It's kind of like IBM. You get confused. But the point is, like when we were young, we say make an IBM copy.
Yeah.
Make a Xerox copy.
Yes.
Make a Xerox copy. Well, Xerox is a company. Just make a copy. You're exactly right. What else you got, boss? What's next on the menu?
Let's see. September 1st, the new commissioners will be sworn in.
Yeah.
11 a.m. They're going to have a special called meeting, their first meeting. So that always takes place. As soon as commissioners get sworn in, they have to go in, and their first order of business is to elect the chairman and the vice chairman.
Yes.
So there's probably going to be nothing on that agenda other than doing those two things. So
Don't you have nominating the first meeting?
no, you just, whoever the commission, they'll put forth somebody's name and they'll vote on it. And they taught this whenever I first went to that orientation for county commission school, that the first order of business is probably your most important, because you want to pick a chair that's going to lead the county commission. I look at it as being like a CEO position.
We've had a good one.
And that person is in charge of getting the agendas together. And what people don't see, and I can say this since I've been on this end, a good chairman makes the meetings go through faster. And well, it's not necessarily faster. You just keep it in order. So having a good chairman is very important. Now, courthouse rumors, the 10-mile radius of the courthouse, we always say is the craziest.
Shadow, yeah.
There's some back and forth, and you've got some commissioners up there that don't like the current chair, and they're out here backdooring, trying to get this one in. They're all trying to wheel and deal and cut their deals with each other.
Always
And
have.
if you'll do this, I'll do that. And that's typical stuff. I've learned that in the last 4 years of being on there, of how sneaky people are. But I've had bad chairmans. I've seen bad chairmans, because I was doing this county government stuff long before the 4 years I've been sitting on county commission. And I've seen what a bad chairman can do.
Yep.
You can be sitting there and walk through your door at midnight at night,
Yep.
and the meeting starts at 6 o'clock.
They just can't say no.
And County commissions should, I've watched other county commission meetings where they come in and they only take up that business. And if you have a question or you bring some concern up, it goes back to committee. It goes back to the committee where it's supposed to go until it's ready to come forth for a vote and everybody vote on it. That's the way I would like to see things happen in Anderson County government. We have a meeting for a meeting for a meeting, and then a board, and then this. Everything should be worked out in the statutory meetings. We shouldn't be putting all these little filler meetings in because we don't want to do the work over in operations, or we don't want to do the work over in budget. So having a good chairperson is very important to county commission because they make it go smoother. For me, I cannot tell you how much Denise Palmer put in these meetings together and how much time that she has sat and worked on this stuff, and people don't even realize it.
Oh, no. That's
Like,
good.
she doesn't take any credit for it. I know what she does because I've seen it. I've watched her. I've been there with her through it.
Well, they're quicker meetings.
They are. And, but some of those people don't want her in there. You've got somebody on the Democratic side that's walking around like a congressional whip trying to whip the new Democrats in line saying, oh, you're not going to do this. This person's too close to that person. You got to vote this way. Vote the way you want to vote.
Yeah.
Vote the way you want to. Don't do it because somebody's telling you to do it, that you're going to lose your Democratic status or your Republican status. The Republican chair tried that with me whenever I first went on county commission. I was like, watch. I did it just for spite. Like, you're not going to tell me who I'm going to vote for. You don't own me.
Yeah.
I ran. I did all my stuff. So we got a little bit of that going on right now. If you can't tell, county commissioner, 16 of you, vote for Denise Palmer for chair.
Well, I think she's done a great job. And I think there's others that have done good jobs in the past. But, I mean, Denise only been in there, what, a year or two?
This will be her second one if she goes in again.
Just, yeah.
And why she wants to do it, I don't know. Because there's some on there that, yeah.
I think there's people that you all made it quicker, efficient. I think there's some people on there who basically want to go back to the old days where everybody gets to discuss everything all night. I will not be watching.
Can you tell by the look on my face? I'm sitting here saying they need to go to the House.
I know.
They need to go to the House because that's not the way it should work.
I know.
And a lot of the problem is we vote on these rules. We have a rules committee too. We vote on these rules. We vote on them. Then 6 months down the road, somebody will pop up. When did we vote to change that? When did that become a rule?
Yeah, because they don't keep.
When you voted on it. You voted on it. If you'd start reading your information, that's part of the problem.
They're not prepared.
Nothing makes me mad, and I've seen it like 7 or 8 times before I become parliamentarian, sitting down, looking over everything, because you hadn't looked over it, and you're doing it in the meeting. That's very frustrating. If you don't want to be a county commissioner, go home. Look at your material. Read your material. It's more than what you're doing than sitting down. That's not being a good politician to your constituents.
Public servant, sure. Hey, Chandler, she's on a roll. Let's give it a little break and take our first set of commercials.
American competitiveness runs on innovation, and ORNL helps deliver it. We accelerate the path from research to real-world applications, working with industry to reduce costs, boost efficiency, and bring next-generation technologies to market. It's ORNL science that strengthens the economy and builds opportunity across the nation.
America runs on power, and for nuclear power, we need enriched uranium, but almost all of it comes from overseas. In 2019, the Trump administration took action, working with Centrus to build the first new American-owned uranium enrichment plant in 70 years. And now, Centrus is ready to expand to meet our nuclear power and military needs, free from dependence on foreign suppliers. Centrus, American technology built by American workers.
Hi, I'm Rick Scarborough. As a police chief, I spent my entire career serving and protecting our community. With threats to our Tennessee values growing, I'm running for state representative to ensure all our kids are protected and have opportunities with great schools and high-paying jobs. Anderson County is the best place in the country to raise a family. Please join my effort to keep it that way and defend our conservative values.
Election Day is November the 3rd, and I'd appreciate your vote.
This is Joe Heckman, President of Waste Management at Energy Solutions. Nuclear power is on the rise. Energy Solutions is part of this transition and part of the solution, delivering comprehensive services and assets that support the entire nuclear life cycle. Energy Solutions is protecting and preserving the environment for generations to come.
At Navarro, we partner with our clients to advance technologies and deliver effective solutions for complex challenges in the nuclear, environmental, and clean energy fields.
From Oak Ridge, Tennessee, IB3 Global Solutions conducts operations around the world to enhance the U.S. national security posture and minimize radiological and nuclear threats. IB3 Global Solutions. Mission first.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
Okay, we're back with Between the Lines. Here we are, the last Thursday of August, the 27th. Sabra was talking about how commission works a little bit, Chairman, and what to expect. You're back on, babe.
Thank you very much. So they'll have that first meeting, and then they'll go from there of who's going to be the chair, vice chair, parliamentarian. The chairman will pick that. So we'll see how it turns out. I'm partial to Denise. I love her.
I think that the county people are underestimating this group of Democrats. That's just my call. They're very educated, very outspoken. Let's take a main issue, Oak Ridge Court. Mm-hmm. If they think that, I think one of them said, well, they can just get out if they don't want to pay our number. These aren't just normal, easygoing people. These people are going to say, get out. What'd you say?
But they're going to go in and vote for him for chairman. So tell me what sense that makes.
Well, I think we're further along in the knowledge process, so we leave that alone. But I think they feel like, I think there's 4 or 5 of them there that'll control the dialogue. You know, where are we going to go? I don't know. I just have more confidence in some of them, I guess.
Well, and in county government,
Aaron Wells ain't going to let them go.
Yeah, and in county government, there's more than a Division II court. There's more than library books. There's more than an animal shelter. We've got to think about the county as a whole. And being an Oak Ridge commissioner, that wasn't easy because I had to do my part for Oak Ridge of what I thought was good. I wanted fire departments to get their funding and things like that. And Oak Ridge Fire Department, which we're going to talk about that, they do a great job of helping our volunteer fire departments when they're unavailable, because these people work during the day. So our Oak Ridge Fire Department will come out and respond to car wrecks, house fires, things like that. So they,
Ranked
over the
as
years...
One of the top in the state.
Yes, over the years that wasn't the way that it was formed. And they've all kind of got a bond together now and kind of like a mutual agreement that they'll help out. And we, appreciate Oak Ridge's services. But at the same time, as the county, we've got to start having those conversations. I think you can go back 2 years ago, maybe, I sat on the budget committee the whole 4 years, and I kept saying, if we don't quit spending, we're going to get a property tax increase. We can't keep going like we're going. And it was good as long as we were getting the COVID funds, the ARPA funds. We had money to do things and get handout and buy this and upgrade this and build onto this. We don't have those funds anymore. So now we've got law enforcement who needs their funding. They need raises because we're in a competition. That's just the way that the world is. We're in a competition with surrounding counties, with our cities. Oak Ridge City pays their officers a lot more than the county does. So if I'm working at the county and Oak Ridge is going to offer me a job, I'm more than likely going to come over here to where I can feed my family.
In the old days, it was Wagon Hut. They just came in and got everybody.
And they still do. I mean, we still got a lot of that, but a lot of your municipalities are able to pay a higher rate and salaries. Therefore, they're taking a lot of our employees. And those are things that we got to think about. I mean, Union County, I don't know if you saw that yesterday, but nobody showed up at the jail. There's 55 inmates that was there unsupervised because they had no employees. And
they boycotted?
I don't know if it was a boycott situation because the new sheriff-elect will be coming in September 1st, and they don't want to work for him. I don't know what the situation is, but apparently they only make like $15 an hour at the jail. You can go to McDonald's and make that.
Yeah.
So, and you're not going to be spit at and hit at and dealing with overdoses and dealing with mental illness. You don't have to deal with all that stuff. I mean, you probably do in the drive-through, but I mean, but I'm just saying you're dealing with, our jails have turned into mental health facilities because we have no mental health facilities available. Our closest one around here is Moccasin Bend, and that's if we need to get a intensive, are they competent or not?
What about Ridgeview?
Ridgeview's so far behind in things like that, and when that new law that came into place in Tennessee that if you are deemed incompetent, you have to stay in a mental facility. You don't get to get your case dismissed anymore. So you have to send them down to Moccasin Bend to find out if they're competent. Then they've got to go through all this extensive training to try to get them to competency to see if they can stand trial. So that new law that went into place, which is, it's probably a good law because a lot of this stuff was getting, I mean, you could walk out and shoot somebody and you're incompetent and you get your case dismissed. And we had that in Anderson County as well. I mean, we've had several people that are deemed incompetent and their cases were getting dismissed and they were violent crimes. Now that's not the case anymore, and guess what? Haven't seen that person since that law went into place. So, I mean, that tells you a lot, but our law enforcement officers deal with so much, and we take it for granted because every time we call, they're there. And we know they're going to show up, and we want good response time. Same thing with our EMS. We want the ambulance to appear. When we make a medical call, we want them to come. But we got to quit thinking that we can't pay these people because this is their job. They chose to go into this profession, but they've also got to feed their families as well. So we're asking them to do a tough job that a lot of people don't want to go into anymore. Why go work in the jail system or a prison system to where you have to deal with this severe mental illness? The state doesn't do very much to help you out at all. But so that's going to be a big issue. I look for Sheriff Barker to bring that request back. We couldn't get it done, this budget cycle.
This is going to be a spending commission. They're going to have less problem with this one, but we're going to go into debt, and you folks will be paying
and we'll see. I mean, those are things that, and I fought very hard for the Sheriff's Department because I believe in that. I see them on a daily basis.
And you came up with creative solutions.
Yes, I tried. But I see the job that they do. I go out to the jail. I work around these people daily. We have good communications, and that's with the cities and the counties. I probably work with the county a lot more. So I was a big advocate of trying to pay them more. We've got to compete with Knox County. We've got to compete with these surrounding counties, Roane County, Loudoun County, and we can't allow them to take our employees. We want to keep our employees, but we need to pay them. And when you're dealing with such severe mental illness, and I don't think people realize how bad it really is. I mean, I've been talking all week about the crazy moon that's coming. I cannot tell you, this week at work has been crazy.
So but you're talking about offenders. You're not talking about staffing or any of that. You're saying they're having to deal with more people that are unbalanced.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of your criminal trespasses, your public intoxication, a lot of it is just mental illness. They don't have anywhere to go, so they're going to go back to the place that they're supposed to go.
Let me tell you my opinion. I used to work in the same field. I think everything is overcharged. That's my opinion. I think that creates a lot of headaches in the system. I think, well, first of all, Oak Ridge has always had a habit of charging 8 things and then dismissing 6. That way they hold you.
Yeah.
But in the county, but I really think that I mean, it's kind of like underage drinking or other things, et cetera. So you didn't have those 20 years ago. No, the people,
Well, and the laws have changed a lot
true,
since then.
that's true.
So now, like dealing with the domestic, used to, if they didn't do what they were supposed to do,
horrible.
you could revoke their probation out and give them 90 days in jail, whatever. Now the law is you have to serve 1129. There is no reduced sentence. You will spend a year in jail if you were not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Same thing with the DUI. So we kind of talked about that. These people in Nashville, our legislatures, they go down there and they make these laws, but they don't know how to get us around it. Like, if you get arrested for a domestic, they're going to tell you, don't come around me. They're going to put you on a GPS monitor. Who monitors that? What's supposed to happen? They gave us
A third of
no...
the domestics are not even assaults. I mean, that's
Well,
my problem.
Well, to them it is. And, you know, we had...
They want to dismiss it the next week in court.
I know, but down in Clarksville, there was a young lady who, she worked for a law enforcement agency, and her boyfriend killed her. So that was part of this law that came into place.
Right, I remember that.
And now there's a database. There's a domestic violence database. So you can look in there and say, if you start dating somebody off Tinder, please stop doing that. It's dangerous. But if you can go in there and look and see if their name's in that registry. Now, it's going to take a little while to get there because nothing prior will be on there. It started with when the new law took place. But, I mean, there's a lot of laws out here that get changed, and we have to figure it out, and we have to comply with it. But when we're asking law enforcement to sit, and Sheriff Barker presented us all with a video, I know this stuff because I see it. I have to deal with some of the same people. I know how violent and aggressive they can be, but he presented us with a video that shows exactly, and that was just that much of it. Like, that was not even near the stuff that goes on out there of what they have to do. And we've got a top tier jail. We got awards for it, for training, getting these people, and we started a work release program to where people have now started paying off their court costs in full. They're getting their driver's license back. They were paying their child support.
It is a money pit.
Like, they're doing good things and at the sheriff's office, at the jail, and we need to be happy about that. I mean, that paying off their court costs is big in this company that these people are going to, and we're about to start up with women. We're about to start a work release program with them. These guys have done very well. I mean, it's amazing. So that I give Sheriff Barker and Chief Allen, everybody, Gus, I give everybody credit for that because they saw the vision and they went with it. And it has been outstanding, and I'm glad to just be a small part of it. But we've got to pay our officers. We've got to compete with our cities, and it's hard to do. It's hard to do that, but you got to figure it out. And sometimes you have to cut things to prioritize the other things. That's just the way it works.
Yeah, and I think y'all did a little bit of that this year.
We tried.
We're running out of money. You're running out of money. You don't have a lot of revenue coming, which is kind of ironic because you should, once we start taxing the internet and everything, you should have more money than you've ever had in revenue.
Well, everybody keeps coming and asking for more, so, and they keep giving it.
You haven't been real good. Are they giving it? Who?
They keep giving it. Everybody wants this, and everybody needs new computers, and everybody needs that, and we got to put a roof on this building. And
well, inflation's probably hitting us too because it's harder now.
Yeah, I mean, gases went up and things like that, and I don't know. We got to prioritize public safety or EMS.
It seems that we've got to bite the bullet and raise taxes and create some revenue.
I will not say that because I don't want to raise taxes because I am one of those people that I could go through that budget book and I could go through each department and you could cut a lot of fluff.
Yeah.
I say there's
That's
a lot of government fluff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some of these fee offices, they're just overstacked. It's like playing Jenga.
It's time for another break, and Ernie Phillips' cousin is carrying on the tradition. I mean, we heard that for years. Okay, we'll be right back.
America runs on power, and for nuclear power, we need enriched uranium, but almost all of it comes from overseas. In 2019, the Trump administration took action, working with Centrus to build the first new American-owned uranium enrichment plant in 70 years. And now, Centrus is ready to expand to meet our nuclear power and military needs, free from dependence on foreign suppliers. Centrus, American technology built by American workers.
This is Joe Heckman, President of Waste Management at Energy Solutions. Nuclear power is on the rise. Energy Solutions is part of this transition and part of the solution, delivering comprehensive services and assets that support the entire nuclear life cycle. Energy Solutions is protecting and preserving the environment for generations to come.
American competitiveness runs on innovation, and ORNL helps deliver it. We accelerate the path from research to real-world applications, working with industry to reduce costs, boost efficiency, and bring next-generation technologies to market. It's ORNL science that strengthens the economy and builds opportunity across the nation.
At Navarro, we partner with our clients to advance technologies and deliver effective solutions for complex challenges in the nuclear, environmental, and clean energy fields.
Hi, I'm Rick Scarborough. As a police chief, I spent my entire career serving and protecting our community. With threats to our Tennessee values growing, I'm running for state representative to ensure all our kids are protected and have opportunities with great schools and high-paying jobs. Anderson County is the best place in the country to raise a family. Please join my effort to keep it that way and defend our conservative values.
Election Day is November the 3rd, and I'd appreciate your vote.
From Oak Ridge, Tennessee, IB3 Global Solutions conducts operations around the world to enhance the U.S. national security posture and minimize radiological and nuclear threats. IB3 Global Solutions. Mission first.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
So let me catch you up on Scarborough 85 before we go back in. Let Sabra talk some more. Scarborough 85, we all know what it is. We're building this not a museum, what would you call it? A monuments and exhibits to the 85, going back to integration back in the 50s. I was at a meeting. I was asked to be at this meeting. They had the drawings, they had the designs, but they were going to have to cut some stuff out of the $3 million because they didn't have enough money to meet what the architect who built the Knoxville Convention Center had to do. So it was kind of a tough spot. So our good friend Charlie Ergen came in, listened to the presentation, very thoughtful, him and his wife Candy, wonderful woman, and did everything. And he's okayed the foundation to make up the difference. So that's a 1971 graduate there, took care of business. So he did it, and we're proud of Charlie. And they have the full funding now. I think Charlie's contribution was over $1 million, but they've got the full funding. And my only contribution to the conversation was, don't take the lights away. It's just a routine visit with facts and everything. But you put the lights on those statues and those monuments, it's amazing. It's emotionally amazing. So it's going to go through. I think they're breaking ground in a couple weeks. They're going to get it done.
Next week.
Because we need to build it so that the individuals who were still alive from that group, I think there's like 4 to 6, maybe 12, 10, I can't remember, but it's not very many. So, and our good friend has come through and helped us. So I'm very proud of him and very appreciative of him coming in.
And it's going to be beautiful.
Oh.
They brought the presentation to us before County Commission.
Yes.
Needed some funds to get started off with this, and with the Clinton 12 and all that, we got Green McAdoo, and it's just all going to work together.
I think that's Charlie's vision in the beginning was we can make a corridor out of it.
Yes, like it's just, and John, was it? John, is that who? I forgot his last name. Gosh, that's awful. But anyway, he brought the presentation to us and showed us a video, and it was absolutely breathtaking. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I immediately knew that I wanted to be a part of that project.
Yeah,
And
you were
so,
very supportive. Yeah.
when Commissioner Wells at that time, he's Commissioner-elect right now, brought this before us, and
Yeah.
I was 100% on board with it. The groundbreaking is going to be September 3rd at the
That's next
AK
week.
Bissell Park.
Next
So
week.
it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
I look forward to seeing it, and I think people from all over are going to come, and it's just going to set the tone for what we need to set
Well,
here in
if
Oak
you can
Ridge.
market it through the Visitor Bureau, whoever that, basically you have the
Well, I think
12.
tourism and all those will
They
do
got to
that.
get together and talk about
Yeah.
that and send it out.
Your
to people.
chambers and things like that.
Absolutely.
So I look forward to that groundbreaking,
Yeah, me
watching
too.
this get built. It's going to be a wonderful thing for Oak Ridge. I mean, so many great things are happening for Oak Ridge and Anderson County.
Yeah.
That's why I get so angry when people get mad about one thing. I'm like, there are so many things good that are happening in our community with new businesses coming in, the energy nuclear world. We got housing coming in.
Yep.
There's a lot of good things that you can't just focus on one thing and get mad about it. You have to look at the big picture of how Anderson County looks, and that right there is going to be wonderful.
Well, why don't you go ahead and weigh in on Mayor Gooch, because that's your buddy. And
I do like Mayor Gooch a lot. I like
Me
him.
too. Me
I
too.
think he's been phenomenal in moving the city forward. He sits down with these leaders, and we don't always see eye to eye politically, but he does what's right.
on local stuff we do.
Yes, he does what's right, and I like that. He puts the politics aside, and I say that all the time. I'm pretty hardcore Republican, but when it comes to the best interests of the people, you have to put your politics aside and sit down at the table and decide what's best for everybody. And I don't think we have enough of that in this country,
No.
in this county, in the cities. We've got to stop saying political parties are going to dictate that, or we're never going to get anything done. We have to sit down and work together for the betterment and the future. That's what I said. What's the 10, 15-year plan for our cities, our counties? That's things that we got to think about. What do we want to leave this
And I
younger
honestly
generation?
think that this council, and this goes for most of them, I really think they haven't jumped in the partisan. I mean, folks, it's ugly out there. I'm in that world. It's ugly. I mean, you can't get an idea about working together or anything because they're just venomous at each other, and that's both sides. I mean, it's the far right and the far left, but I don't know. But I talked about that. We'll skip over that. I just think that what's happened with the energy, which we all know, tremendous amount of credit, if not most of it, goes to Congressman Chuck Fleischman, who's just been a phenomenal job and done a phenomenal job.
He does a great job. I mean, we would not be sitting where we're at with all these
No.
businesses. And Oak Ridge and Anderson and Roane County of Oak Ridge, I mean, it's booming right now.
And
We are the top in the nation.
Yeah.
I mean, people are wanting to bring their businesses here. They are looking for it.
Well, you get the resources of ORNL and Y12, and there's a lot you can do.
And
there.
I think you look at Mayor Frank, Mayor Cresswell, Mayor Gooch.
I really like Wade Cresswell.
Yes, I mean they're at these meetings. I've been to them.
Oh, yeah.
They show up at these events when there is a new business that's getting ready to announce. They're right there. They've got their speeches. They are on top of this stuff.
And so is Warren.
That's what I said. How I put him in there. They're just really they take the time to learn about these things and know what they're talking about when they get up to a microphone and talk about these things. And our community we need those things. I can remember when traffic was hardly anything back, 20 years ago, because people had lost their jobs. We weren't having the energy and nuclear stuff going on that we do now. Now, every time
Lunchtime, it's New York City.
I know, it's crazy here. And then try to go to Knoxville in the afternoon
Oh, yeah.
when the plant traffic at 4:30 lets out.
you're
But
done.
but I love it because that is more businesses coming in. That's more people working, more great things for our community, partnerships.
In a nonpartisan election, you'll have a chance to vote for Mayor Gooch again this fall in the November election. 3 incumbents running, 1 vacancy. Our close friend Sean Gleason has got so much work going on in other parts of the country. He just wasn't able to fulfill his obligation like he would like to.
And I
did a
love
great
Sean.
job.
I think he did a great job on city council. I wish he was running again.
Yeah,
I
me
think
too.
he's did a wonderful job. I like the age. He brought it down
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, he sure did. And that's
And
an
he's
issue.
my age, and I mean, it's just, we've got to take in different perspectives, and that's why,
I understand.
it can't be all 80-year-olds.
That's exactly
It
75.
just can't.
Well, that's the whole point that we've talked about is if you're building for the future, you may have more experience, but you got to let people weigh in on what they want that future to be.
Mm-hmm.
And we see a lot of that in the term limit argument of 20 years, 16 years. It's just too much.
And times are moving fast. I mean, whenever I was growing up, the coolest thing we had was a phone that you could see through that was hanging on the wall with a big long cord, and you went in your bedroom and talked on it, and then we got a pager. I mean, I was sitting with Caleb the other night, and I was like, look at this TikTok video of all this stuff that I did in the 90s, and I did every one of those things, and he was like, that's so weird. I'm glad things have changed. And when you think about it, he's grew up with this whole world at his fingertips with video games, and I mean, we had a Nintendo with a flip down, and Mario was the worst game ever.
We had a baseball glove and a ball. I mean, we went.
And that's what I'm saying.
And Charlie would go play basketball.
Times are completely changing. You had rabbit ear black and white.
But
At least I did have a color TV.
We got cable when I was probably 15 or 16.
I doubt that.
Oh, I did. I watched the Braves every week on the show. I'd watch the Braves baseball, and I was a Red Sox fan, but that's what we got, right? And I was in the satellite business for years, from 80 wherever to I can't remember, but it was a long time ago.
Dementia.
No, it's not dementia. It's just I've done so much and been so many places. You have to put them all in order.
But that's what I'm saying. We have to think about those things in the future. If we're not thinking about it, we're going to be sitting here in doom and gloom, or we're going to be like Union County, where people ain't showing up to the jail. I mean, we got to think about those things long term, and what do we want to leave? What is our legacy going to be for the younger generation? Because right now they're mad. This younger generation's mad. They think that you are awful because you're the one that caused all this to happen.
I was a part of it.
They think your generation is awful. They're not too upset with mine yet.
Oh, yeah, they are. Because you guys...
We ain't had time to do anything because you 80-year-olds
But you all
won't
are
get out of the
more
way.
rhetoric. Folks, I'm 70, not 80. But for rhetoric, the rhetoric out there and all the stuff that's being talked about, your generation is the energy of all that. Our generation, we just try to sit back and look at what we've done and do more of it. But, you guys are... Nobody in my generation ran around with MAGA hats or... That's all you guys. You want me to name some people that are your age?
Well, I don't think that people should get first-place trophies if you ain't a first-place winner. I'm like the guy on Talladega Nights. If you ain't first, you last.
That's what
we don't get participation trophies, and I think that's caused a lot of craziness. Work harder. I mean,
NBA players want to play in the WNBA. We're way past participation
Well,
trophies.
I'm just saying, my parents didn't raise me like that. They raised me with a good work ethic. Both my parents worked. And then you come home from work and you still worked. If you wanted things, you worked. And that's just the way I was raised.
I've been a college sports fan my whole life. Obviously, I'm a Notre Dame fan, but I'm a UT fan too. I have tickets to UT.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, those kind of things, et cetera. But I get more enjoyment at my age. I would have never predicted this would happen.
Watching me work?
No, not at all. I mean, you're kind of retired. But the thing I really... I'm gonna answer that first. In the course of a day, I do a lot of stuff, and she knows it. I got 2 jobs and other stuff. But anyway, I think I'll let that go. Okay, what else you got?
I wanted to talk about the Oak Ridge Fire Department.
Yeah, award
So
winner.
they got an ISO rating, Class 1. And that'll go into effect September 1st. So
what does that mean?
Congratulations to them on that. And they're only the 9th in the Tennessee community to reach that. So that's a huge accomplishment for them. And then last week we talked about no tax increase to the budget. That's a big one. I like that.
You basically have been the leader of that movement. I don't think Democrats buy into that, which doesn't pay off to live in the leading Democratic area, right? I mean, this is
Y'all
part
better
of what
not.
happened.
Don't raise my taxes.
Well, it'll be different. We'll see what happens.
And I'm one of those, you got to make cuts before you start coming after the people. Don't sit and not try to do something
You can't get good ideas across right now, and believe me, I'm part of the problem. I write, and I campaign, but you can't get good ideas across because there's no cooperation. And we'll take a few minutes and talk about midterms before we get off the air, but let's just do it now. I got 13 minutes. Chandler, get us through one more break. Got a charge for that.
At Navarro, we partner with our clients to advance technologies and deliver effective solutions for complex challenges in the nuclear, environmental, and clean energy fields.
America runs on power, and for nuclear power, we need enriched uranium, but almost all of it comes from overseas. In 2019, the Trump administration took action, working with Centrus to build the first new American-owned uranium enrichment plant in 70 years. And now, Centrus is ready to expand to meet our nuclear power and military needs, free from dependence on foreign suppliers. Centrus, American technology built by American workers.
From Oak Ridge, Tennessee, IB3 Global Solutions conducts operations around the world to enhance the U.S. national security posture and minimize radiological and nuclear threats. IB3 Global Solutions. Mission first.
American competitiveness runs on innovation, and ORNL helps deliver it. We accelerate the path from research to real-world applications, working with industry to reduce costs, boost efficiency, and bring next-generation technologies to market. It's ORNL science that strengthens the economy and builds opportunity across the nation.
Hi, I'm Rick Scarborough. As a police chief, I spent my entire career serving and protecting our community. With threats to our Tennessee values growing, I'm running for state representative to ensure all our kids are protected and have opportunities with great schools and high-paying jobs. Anderson County is the best place in the country to raise a family. Please join my effort to keep it that way and defend our conservative values.
Election Day is November the 3rd, and I'd appreciate your vote.
This is Joe Heckman, President of Waste Management at Energy Solutions. Nuclear power is on the rise. Energy Solutions is part of this transition and part of the solution, delivering comprehensive services and assets that support the entire nuclear life cycle. Energy Solutions is protecting and preserving the environment for generations to come.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
Welcome back. We got 8 minutes left on the show, and Sabra's winding up for her conclusion. So we're getting it done. Somebody asked me today, I've said this before in the show, but today 2 or 3 times, is this Chuck's show or Sabra's show? And I'm thinking, okay.
You already said that.
Who?
You already said it.
I know. I told him I said it. I'm saying it again because you sure have proved it true. You get credit for that. Okay. What do you think about Washington?
Oh. You know that movie, The Campaign?
Who was in it? Will Ferrell?
Zach Galifianakis or whatever his name was, and Will Ferrell.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're running for Congress.
Yeah, that was good.
It's a mess. Clean it up. I mean, it's just nuts. Are we going to get anything done? And I think that I think that plays in. We see so much on the news that plays into the people are fatigued, voter fatigue.
The first 6 months next year will be nothing but impeachment.
I think they see crazy on both sides, and I think people are like, why? Why should I even vote?
You know, and 80% of what they do, they get along on. That's what's so ironic up there.
It's all for show.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate in the air, though, too. I mean, there's a lot of difference. I just...
And then they go out drinking together.
Yeah,
I mean, that's crazy.
Not anymore.
It's for show. They want us to to be on both sides. Both sides is what makes money. Democrats make
there's
money
some
off Democrats, and Republicans make money off Republicans.
There's a major difference now. I mean, I think the Democrats and the social progressive, I think they really are sick of the way things are running. They have this new rally, what's it called? They're holding the meeting up in Norris, the Democrats. What's it called? Versus greed, whatever. So I think they're coming after Republican policies on not taking care of people that need help. But the flip of it is, everything you could imagine, the Democrats are for. Now they're getting set up now. It's kind of funny to watch, but NBA players in WNBA, come on.
I love it.
You know, I never finished my
I think
thought.
that is so hilarious that these male players are forcing the WNBA to tell them what a woman is. I mean, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time that we have this conversation.
Sure.
I'm sorry, men do not need to be in women's sports.
No,
I'm going to say it all day, every day.
Yeah, and these guys aren't even trans. I mean, these guys are just who they are.
That's right. They're just claiming to be a female, and they want in the WNBA. And I think it's absolutely hilarious that they are calling these people out and forcing the WNBA to either say, you're going to let me play, or what is a woman?
Let me say this. I didn't finish my thought before. You know, I was talking about watching Notre Dame and watching everything.
Yes.
But I probably enjoy watching Caitlin Clark play basketball more than any other sporting event. She's really good.
She's really good.
And she's like what we were in our age. I mean, obviously women and men are different, but well, I mean, it was the same thing. You passed the ball well, you shot it well, you did things, and she was very entertaining.
Well, I mean, we're kind of a sports family, and we watch this stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been Caleb's routine since, I turned him into a Tennessee fan. My dad turned me into one, so he needs to be glutton with punishment just like I have.
In the early days, he was with his dad. He was a Notre Dame.
Yeah, and he still is.
Yeah,
but
not close not close
I love
to
sports, but when you start saying that men deserve to play in women's sports because they decided to put on a dress and pair of heels.
You know, Dems have a lot of good points in healthcare and everything, but then they
go and do that, and I'm like,
I get to hit that.
I'm like,
you
did me in.
I go out and hit that, right?
Yeah, let's not do that. Women have worked hard to be women to get to where we're at. We have careers. We have, we work to get our voting rights. All this stuff to where we're not supposed to be sitting in the house having dinner on the table all the time. We have careers now. We're mothers.
Gosh.
These things
I was raised in that kind of
not going to happen. Let's not take that away from some man that woke up today and decided that he wanted to put curls in his hair and put makeup on. You want to do that? That's fine. Don't be in our sports. Don't do that.
Interesting. We don't have a lot of that in Anderson County.
No, we're in rural. There's a lot of people around here that still believe in. We're in the Bible Belt.
Yeah, good.
A lot of people carry guns.
Yeah.
They believe in their constitutional rights, but you're not ever going to sell me on the idea that a man deserves to play in women's sports just because they start taking medication, they cut body parts off, whatever.
Terry Frank won by a comfortable margin.
Yes.
How hard is this commission going to be for Terry Frank?
I don't think it's going to be terribly hard. I think that a lot of these commissioners that got elected, they're going to listen. And I think that they're going to, she comes prepared. She's not going to just throw it out there for them. So she comes prepared, and everything that they ask for, she
will battle back on a liberal agenda.
There has never been anything that I have asked her for that she did not give me. So that right there made us start working together very well.
Honest and
very professional. She will be professional with all of them. So I hope they go in there with an open mind, ready to work, because it's not about their agendas. It's not about their politics. You're working for the county now.
Well, let me say this.
You're working for all of us.
Except for District 7 where we live,
yes,
which is very Democratic, and a little bit in 6. This is a very red county.
It really is. Mm-hmm.
But they run, and it runs independents. It gets confusing. Mm-hmm. But you cross your ticket more in local elections because you know them from church or you know them from this.
That's right.
I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah. So I think I hope that they'll go in there with an open mind. They're not going in there with their own personal agendas. That's never going to work. We've already seen it before in county commission. I hope the old ones that are sitting on there will get rid of their agendas, because it's been a lot of nonsense the 4 years that I've been sitting on there, because it's like, ooh, I'm going to get you. Drop it. September 1st, drop it. New slate, new beginning, work for the taxpayers of Anderson County, and do what's right for everybody.
Yeah. I agree. My buddy's here. You coming on the air? Okay, that was Terry's friend when she was on. She hurt Terry probably thought about that. All right. We got 2 minutes. What do you want to say? Anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, Chuck will be on next week. I want to say he'll be on the next 2 weeks. That means I get to go and watch my good buddy, my adopted nephew, I say, Keaton, go play football. He plays for Clinton Middle School now. So he walked on the team. So I'll get to go watch him since we're not going to be doing 2 shows the next 2 weeks.
That's correct.
Chuck will be on. So I look forward to that. And I'm going to say it again, roll Wildcats roll.
Tomorrow night.
And go Cofield Yellow Jackets.
I can, which don't weigh those equally. But anyway, I mean, that's it. Go Vols.
Go Vols. We're about to start the new season. I'm interested in the new quarterback. Ready to see what he's got.
Cale gives us the background, and, he says, look, he can run, he can throw, he can do it all.
Looking forward to it.
When you start a true freshman, that means he's got a lot of talent.
Absolutely.
And that's where we're at. He's counting us down.
Counting us down. Time to go.
Thanks for coming on, sweetheart. You do a great job.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you next week with Chuck.